Hello everyone, my name is Ram and welcome to Sprint Master. In the last couple of videos, we looked at solving the problem find a triplet in an array that adds up to a given sum. And we looked at the solutions with the time complexities of O of n cube and O of n square log n. If you haven't watched those solutions yet, make sure you watch them. And I'm dropping a link in the description below, as well as you can click on the top right link up here and you can navigate to those videos. In today's video, we are going to further reduce this time complexity to O of n square. How do we do that? Let's check it out. Let's try to understand how we can solve this problem in the time complexity of O of n square. And we do that with the following example. So you have an array of 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 4. And you want to find a triplet in this array which adds up to the given sum of 15. So let us say you already picked an element from this array. So this is your first element. And in the rest of the array, you just have to find a pair that adds up to the sum of sum minus I. Does this problem sound familiar to you? This is nothing but finding a pair which adds up to a given sum. And I have already solved this problem earlier, and I am dropping a link in the description below for you to check out different ways of solving that problem. And one of the most optimal solution for solving this problem will be using a hashing technique, which we are going to use here as well. So if you use a hashing technique, the time complexity to find a pair reduces to n. And since you are already selecting an element from here and you do that for the rest of the array as well, the time complexity comes out here as n, and the total time complexity of this approach will come up as O of n square. So we understand the portion of how this n comes up. Let's try to understand how the hashing technique works on the rest of the array and how this n comes up here. So let us see with this example here. So you have the summation of 15 and you are trying to find an element here which adds up to the sum minus I. So let us say your first element is 1. So you want to find a pair in the rest of the array 5, 9, 2, 8, 4. In this array, you want to find a pair which adds up to a sum of 15 minus 1, which is 14. So you want to find a pair in this array which adds up to the given sum of 14. So when you want to do that, what you do is you create a hash set first and you add an element to the hash set if there is no complement of that element. When I say complement, let us say you take a 5. What is the complement of that element which adds up to the given number 14? So the complement of that element will be 14 minus 5, which is 9. So what we do is we check if this 9 exists in the hash set. If this element exists in the hash set, then you find a triplet. Then you already found a triplet. So this 5, this 9, and this 1 adds up to the summation of 15. If you don't find this complement in the hash set we have created earlier, then what you do is you place this element in the hash set. So you have this hash set, right? So you have the first element 9. And when you go to the second element 9, you try to again find the complement of this element, and the complement of 9 is 5. You check if this 5 exists in this hash set. It exists. So you return this pair 5 comma 9 and then 1. That adds up to the summation of 7. Similarly, you do that iteration for the rest of the elements in the second subset array. So the total number of operations in this array will be n minus 1, and you already have an n here. So finally you are getting to an operation size of n square. Let's take a look at the code for this approach. So you have a function find triplet and you are being passed with an array and with the required sum. You have to find a triplet in this array which adds up to the given sum. And after you do the initial edge case checks, then what you are doing is you are iterating over the array for until n minus 2 elements, because you want to find a pair at least in the rest of the two elements, right? So you will be iterating from 0 until n minus 2 position. So if you have the example of 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 4, your loop will be iterating from 0th element until the 4th element here. So, and you calculate the remaining sum. So once you pick up an element from here, so let us say you picked 1 from here, you have to calculate the remaining sum. So the remaining sum in this case would be 15 minus 1, which is 14. Once you have the remaining sum, you pass this remaining sum to a different function which tries to find a pair from on the same array between the elements of I plus 1. So since your I position is at the 0th position, you are passing I plus 1, which is 1 index to n, which is end of the array. So you are passing this array to the find pair to find the remaining sum of 14. What this find pair does is it takes up this array and it tries to find a pair in that using the hashing technique which we just mentioned. And I don't want to elaborate on the hashing technique on this one because I already talked about the hashing technique in the previous video. But I am dropping a complete solution for this approach in my blog, and you can find the link for the blog in the description below. So basically, it takes up the array and it tries to find a pair and it returns a list of the pairs. So what is pair? Pair is nothing but a class of two elements, x and y. So once you get the pair list, what you do is you just print this current position which we picked up, array of I, and then pair elements. This forms a triplet which adds up to the given sum. The time complexity of this approach is O of n square, as I said previously. So n from this loop and then n from this find pair. So for every operation on these elements, you are doing an operation. So the total time complexity is O of n square. We can further optimize this approach and get it to O of n log n. I'm going to show you how to do that in my next video. So stay tuned for that video. Before you go, if you liked today's session, please click the like button below and share this video with your friends. And if you have any comments or suggestions, make sure you mention them in the comment section below. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to Sprint Master because you'll be missing a lot of new videos from us. As always, thanks for watching this video. This is Ram signing off.